Hey guys and gals, welcome to my channel. This is a daily dash of life and I'm Mama Bear. I'm a self-taught crocheter. I learned how to crochet when I was 10 and I've been crocheting ever since. I've even started to create patterns. I learned how to read patterns on my own and then I started to create patterns. I do have some patterns posted on my website, daily-oflife.com. I'll leave the link to that in the description box below so you can go check those out if you want to. I'm not an expert or a trained crocheter. However, I do have some experience to share with you. Learning to crochet can be so tricky, especially in the beginning, so I'd like to do what I can to make things easier for you. I hope you stick around for it. One thing that I do know for sure is that no matter how long you have been crocheting, there's always something new to learn, always some new technique to do. So we all remain students. Be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself. So let's dive right in and talk crochet. More specifically, crochet hooks. So what exactly is crochet? Crochet is a handicraft in which yarn is made up into a patterned fabric by looping yarn with a hooked needle. In other words, a crochet hook. Hooks can be made out of aluminum, steel, wood, bamboo, and even plastic, and you can order specialty hooks at specialty stores. Hooks come in a wide range of sizes so that they can be used for a wide range of yarn. You'll be matching up your hook to the type of yarn you'll be using. For example, if you want to make lace or doilies, you'll be using a small steel hook with very fine yarn. If you purchase some yarn, typically there will be a label that will have its suggested hook size on it. It's important for you to not only find a crochet hook that works well for the project you're working on, but also to be comfortable for you. Every hook has a head and a body. The head consists of the point or tip, the lip or nose and mouth, the throat, and the neck. The body consists of the shaft or shank or work area, you can call it either one of those, the thumb rest, and the handle. The point or tip, either one is good, gets inserted into the crochet stitches, and depending on the hook you are using will depend if the tip is pointy or if it's rounded. The lip, also known as the nose, and the mouth can grab your yarn to pull through the crochet stitches, and the lip can be longer or shorter, and the mouth can be angular wedged or rounded. The throat and neck guide your yarn into the working area. The loops are held as they gather here and come on and off the hook. The shaft and shank, also known as the working area, hold the loops being worked. They work hand in hand with the throat and neck and may also be part of the area that will be grasped when holding the hook. The thumb rest is where your thumb and forefinger grasp the hook. The handle rests inside the palm when using the knife grip or on top of your index finger when using the pencil grip. The pencil grip, just like when you were in school and you had your pencil, and the knife grip are the two most common grips for holding your hook. It's not only important to find what works best for your project, but is also going to help you be more efficient and is most comfortable for you. I find the pencil grip works best for me and my needs. It's most efficient for me. It's the most comfortable for me, the most comfortable grip for me. But Big Bear, my daughter, she uses the knife grip. So when she was learning, I had trouble trying to help her learn how to maneuver with the pencil grip, with the knife grip. So we had to look at tutorials for people who use the knife grip so that she can get used to certain movements. There are two types of hooks. There's inline and then there's tapered. They're both different, but they both have the same anatomy. The inline hook's head is aligned with the shank, and the throat and shank are the same width, which make them in line with one another. The point of an inline hook is pointier than the tapered hook, and the lip is pointier than it is on the tapered hook as well. You will also notice that the mouth is longer with an angular wedge. Some people have really learned how to use those points to their advantage. They use them to squeeze into tight spots or tight stitches. However, I haven't been able to do so. Some people swear by them, some people don't. I don't. I steer clear of them. Like I was saying, it's all about personal preference and what makes you feel comfortable so that you can do your best work on your own crochet journey. The other kind of hook is the tapered hook. The tapered hook has a raised head that protrudes past the shank. It also has a narrower throat than the inline hook does. The points of the tip and lip of the tapered hook isn't as pointy as it is with an inline hook, and the throat is shorter and more rounded than that of the inline hook. The tapered hook has been my personal favorite throughout my crochet journey. I just find that it works with me instead of against me. It works in my favor instead of not in my favor. Give them both a good try. Do the same project, use the same type of yarn, give them the same amount of time, give them the same amount of attention before making your choice. You can use one hook and think the hook is the problem when it's actually the type of yarn that you're using. So, like I said, give them both a really good try. Crochet hooks can easily be customized. You can make them more ergonomic, you can make them more comfortable, you can make them more decorative, or all three. If you're going to be crocheting a lot, I would suggest that you buy some with different sized handles. Now, they could be the same size hook, just switch out the handles. They sell some that you can switch out the handles, like I said. You can buy cushions for the handles, you can buy big grips for the handles, just like you did when you were buying pencils. They have different sized pencil grips. Or you can make your own. You can use little makeup cushions and put the hook through them. That's a cheap, easy way to do it. The goal here is to keep your hands healthy. When crocheting a project, there's going to be a couple of things that you'll need. You'll end up creating little kits for yourself that you'll keep handy, which will include these things. I keep one of these kits next to my bed. I keep one in each project bag, and then I keep one in a travel bag that I take with me whenever I get to ride around town in the passenger seat and crochet and not have to drive, even if it is just to run errands around town. When it comes to crocheting, you can never have too many hooks. It's nice if you get to keep at least one hook size, one of each hook size in your kit, and it's especially nice if you get to keep more than one of your favorite hook size in it. If you have more than one hook that you're using for your particular project and you happen to drop it and it ends up in the great abyss and it's gone, then you can easily pull out a new hook and continue to work on your project without missing a beat. Hook sizes are shown with a letter dash number such as B-1 and in millimeters such as 2.25 millimeters or 5.0 millimeters. 5.00 millimeters. B1 is the US term. This one has H and 5.00 millimeters. The most common hook sizes are B1 for the US term and 2.25 millimeters, C2, which is the US term, and it is also the 2.75 hook size, D3 is 3.25 millimeters, E4 is 3.5 millimeters, F5 is 3.75 millimeters, G6 is 4 millimeters, 7 is 4.5 millimeters, H8 is 5 millimeters, I-9 is 5.5 millimeters. J10 is 6 millimeters. K10.5 is 6.5 millimeters. L11 is 8 millimeters. M13 is 9 millimeters. 915 is 10 millimeters. P is 15 millimeters. Q is 16 millimeters. S is 19 millimeters. Get yourself a small pair of scissors. You will need some tapestry needles. Tapestry needles aren't as sharp as sewing needles. They have a blunt tip and an eye large enough for the yarn to fit through. You typically use these to weave in your ends when your project is done or to sew crochet projects together. Stitch markers are made to help you mark your stitches, whether you're counting stitches, whether you're marking the end or beginning of a row or round, and they also help you to mark a stitch that might be hard to recognize later. There are different kinds of stitch markers. Stitch markers should be able to be removed easily from your project without disturbing, interrupting, warping, or messing your project up. You want to choose some that can easily be removed from your project without ruining your project or messing it up in any way. And you want to choose some that can lock as well as be removed easily from your project. When I first started out, I chose some stitch markers that were cute, but every time I would remove them, they would snag at my project, which was not good at all. So choose what works best for you and your situation. And if you're ever in a bind, you can always use a little piece of yarn as your stitch marker. Another extremely good use for stitch markers is to place it in the last loop of your project before you put your work down. This will ensure that your work does not unravel when you're not using it or when you're not working on it. It will save you a lot of time and heartache if you do this. And this is the time for you to use those cute personalized stitch markers when it won't really bother anything. I just might have to make a video of me showing you how to make your own stitch markers so that you can have personalized stitch markers of your own. Keep a tape measure handy so that you can measure the size of your project and make sure things are going according to plan. I always keep chapstick in my kit. I keep a pen and pencil in case I need to take notes or make any changes to the pattern that will make my life easier. I also like to mark my place on the pattern to make my life easier. If you found this video helpful and would like to see more, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment in the comment box. Stay tuned for my playlist on crochet basics and fundamentals. As always, I hope you learned something new today that you didn't know yesterday. Toodles!